Hey guys, Rajiv here from Financial Hub India. So in today's lesson, I'll be recording a particular strategy which is based on false breaks. So to trade this strategy, we'll have to figure out some false breaks happening in our price actions. And once we see the false break, then there is a possibility that we can have a trade in that particular price action context. So like here, we have a lower high happening here, and it's a 15-minute time frame chart. So here we have a particular resistance right here. Here is the resistance we have. Now in the strategy I'm sharing today, in that strategy I want to see price heading towards this resistance and then gives a breakout above this resistance, which eventually fails. All right, so price goes above this resistance, all right, and eventually it gives you a huge false break. And then after a huge false break here, once we see price coming back down below this level of key support again, which shows a failure of the overall breakout here, then we place our sell entry order below this support level directly. You don't need to wait for any other things. You just place the direct sell entry order below this level of support, and your stop loss goes right above this level of resistance, some points above this level of resistance, in case it turns up and start testing this level of resistance here. So keep some breathing room here for the price, so that it doesn't hit the stop loss when it's retesting this level of resistance here. And as usual, your first target will be considered as this one, and then if you see the price has the potential to move below this level, then you can go ahead with our next targets and all. So the same thing is applicable in terms of a support level. When we see a support level is holding, like here, this is a support level we have, right? And now the support level is broken right here. There is a false break, even though I'm not counting it as a major false break, and I'm taking it as a minor false break. Preferably the kind of false break we want to see in this strategy is like, this much. False break low should create a good amount of gap between the support line and the low of the false break, which is not the case right here. Still, just for an example, if I'm counting this one as a major false break, and the kind of false break I want to see in this strategy, if I'm assuming this has the same thing, so what do we do? Once we see the price gave a major false break here, then we'll place our buy entry right above the level of resistance here, some points above the resistance here, and our stop loss goes some points below the support level here. All right, with the target of the first target is here, and then if we feel like, okay, price can move ahead up to this much, then okay, we can think about that later on, but this will be our first target. All right, now let's see what happens afterwards. So yeah, so we have hit the level here. All right, so here we have hit the level of resistance right here, and then again this is a minor false break, right, not a major false break. So you're not thinking about placing a sell entry below the level of resistance here. All right, since this is a minor false break, if this false break is like this one, this much, showing a major false break, then we would have placed our sell entry order below this level of support here with a target up here. All right, so then what happened? Oh, now we got a major false break. Right, hopefully you can understand now what's a major false break and a minor false break. This was a minor false break, but now this will be considered as a major false break of this resistance, since it created a good amount of gap between the false breaks high and the level of resistance here. Now what we'll do is that we'll place our sell entry order below this level of support here, around here, and our stop loss will be placed above this level of resistance here. Again, while placing the trades, we'll have to take care of the money management part also. 1:2 or 1:3 should be maintained in terms of risk and reward ratios here. Okay, so let's see what happens. So here is our entry triggered. All right, we trigger our entry right here, and our stop loss goes above here, above this level of resistance here. Then our target goes right on the level of support as our first target. Okay, let's see then what happens. Oh, so we have hit the target here. So now we have a support zone right here. We have the support zone right here, all right? And if you see this false break, here is a this will be considered as a minor false break because it's a minor false break of this support zone, isn't it? So we are not thinking about the strategy to apply here by placing a buy into here. No, we are not going to do that till the time we are seeing there is a minor false break. All right. So let's see. Okay. So that's the breakdown. So all right. Let's see what happens next. Okay. Now what we have here is the level of resistance you can see here, right? Yeah. Now this one is our first resistance, our second resistance, and then you can see there is a false break. Again, a minor false break, not a major one. So we're not gonna trade this one here. Now let's see what happens next. Okay, so you got the first candle closing above this level of resistance here, right? Now, in case price turns down below this level of resistance here, we can go ahead with a short position because in that case, this will be considered as a major false break here, isn't it? And if that happens, then our target area will be the first target area will be this level of support here, isn't it? All right. So let's see. Yeah. So we have triggered the entry here. All right. So that's it. This is the strategy all about, where we look for the false break to happen first of all, and once it's triggered, then we place our entry orders to the opposite side. All right. So hopefully you got this lesson, and in the member sections I'll be posting some trades, live trades on this also, and also in the also in our Telegram channel we'll be getting some trades on this. So those live trades will be helping you to get this strategy more accurate in your trading also. Now, in our next upcoming lessons on this particular strategy, we'll be covering the filtration techniques where we need to have the focus because the strategies we trade generally, the breakout squeeze, the squeeze triangle breakout strategy, the trend momentum breakout strategy, the pullback trading strategies, the direct entry method strategies we have in the member sections. So how this particular strategy gels with those strategies that we trade on a daily basis in different time frames, right? Like for an example, last week I showed this torrent farmer, this setups here. So what we can see here is we have a breakout squeeze pattern going on here, right? And we are trying to hunt this breakout squeeze structure based on our breakout strategy in the member section, right? And you see the squeeze breakout strategy is taking place on this stock right now, and the higher lows are the key factors of this particular trade setup here. So till the time this last higher low is not broken, actually the overall breakout trade setup is not invalid. To initiate our current strategy, what we talked about in this video lesson, we need to make sure that we are out of this overall breakout structure here, and which is not the case really. So we had a breakout structure here with these key resistances making the higher lows here, and then we have a breakout here. Again, what happens, it comes back down and holding the last higher low, which shows the buyers are still holding the overall bids here. And then once price starts trading above the key level of resistance here, we go for a buy entry right here again, right? So here, if you apply the current strategy, which says that you need to have a false break, a major false break here, and which is the case here, you got a major false break here, isn't it? And then if you see the price again coming back below the level of support or the key level here, you're supposed to put a sell entry order here, right? So this is what the current strategy, what we learned, is saying. to put our sell entry right here. But we can't do that. We can't do that right here, isn't it? Even though we have the trade setup to go ahead with this current strategy here, but we cannot apply this current strategy right on this price action context. So you need to understand the price action context to apply the right strategy. So here, even though the current strategy is seen here and giving us a trade, but we are not supposed to initiate the trade right here, because the price action context is going ahead with the squeeze breakout strategy, what we talked about, making the higher highs and higher lows until the time the price is holding the last higher low here. We cannot go ahead with any reversal trade here. Now, what I mean by the reversal trade is the current strategy we talked about. That's a kind of a reversal trade, you can say. So what we are really doing is we are looking for a key level of support, and the support is broken, and the breakout fails, and price reversed back above the level of above the key level here, right? So in a way, you can say it's a reversal trading strategy. So anyways, this is just to give you an idea is that of the kind of topics we are gonna cover in our next few lessons uh, regarding this particular strategy we talked about today. So this is just a stepping stone for you guys. So do your research, do your studies, and yeah, wait for the videos, wait for the video lessons in the member sections. Hopefully very soon I'll be updating different trade setup videos with the different price action context, how a particular strategy is taking place in different scenarios. All right, so hopefully I was able to make things clear as much as possible, and also I'll be sending you some screenshots of charts in the on the WhatsApp and Telegram too. And again, this is a strategy which can be applied in a 5-minute chart or 1-minute chart or 15-minute chart or daily chart. Time frame is not a constraint here. All right, so go ahead and try this strategy on your different time frame charts and see how it goes, and let me know how you're feeling with it. All right, thank you.